Yo, Casually Sheepy here. Today we're going to be looking at a no-hit run against the Red Wolf of Radagon, and this is going to be using a +3 Zweihander on a level 30 build. We'll be running a Talisman to boost our stamina, as well as a Mixed Physic to boost our stamina recovery as well. I find that it's really nice to have a lot of stamina in a boss fight where, there's a lot of pressure. The location to find this boss is going to be from the schoolhouse classroom, and we'll go ahead and run over to that boss. It's not too bad of a run, but it does require, staying quick on your feet and dodging some projectiles as well as some hits. You don't need to take care of any of the PvE to get to this boss run, but you just need to be aware of the different projectiles that they're going to be going for. So again, having that stamina recovery boosted by your talismans is going to be helpful. We are also running the Axe Talisman, which is going to boost our charge attacks, which is going to be quite helpful for the Zweihander build. I like the Zweihander quite a bit because the range is very good and you get a very quick crouch poke if you go for that, and a very big heavy attack that also does counter damage since it's a poke type thrust. So that's definitely a good option. I also used a few fan daggers or throwing daggers, which I found to be quite helpful in just trying to get the wolf to be using its kind of like melee based moveset as much as possible. And right here, when we see these projectiles come in, we'll take a look at that more slowly. What I like to do is try to stay perpendicular to the daggers and hold block. Holding block is going to guarantee that you don't get a pivot, so if you're changing directions back and forth to try and dodge those, rather than rolling them can be potentially an issue, just because if you roll the projectiles, you might get frame trapped, which is essentially where, if you roll the timing of the projectiles, then you get hit by the melee damage of the wolf. So that can be a little bit dangerous, and it's nice to just strafe the projectiles and then roll the melee damage of the wolf. We do get a nice crouch poke coming out of a roll, and we're just looking for our openings. We're not being too greedy. Again, trying to stay perpendicular to these projectiles. I like to unlock during the projectiles, and then when they go for that big jump attack, I can go for a nice heavy attack. So we'll look at this one more time, and I'll talk a little bit more about the moveset of the wolf as we go through. So there are a couple different openings. A lot of them come after the end of melee sequences. So when the wolf goes very high up and kind of comes in for a plunging attack with its blade, that leaves you open for a fully charged heavy as long as you're behind the wolf, otherwise an uncharged heavy if you're in front of the wolf. And when it goes for a double sweep kind of spin around with its blade, that can also leave you in a good spot for at least a crouch attack, uncharged heavy, potentially a fully charged heavy. So here again, we're going for a fully charged heavy. We get quite a bit of damage, and then we roll out. And we're really conscientious of our stamina management. So we're keeping that, out of negative stamina the entire time, and having the Mixed Physic as well as the Turtle Talisman both really help with that. So we do need to play a bit passively here as the projectiles come, and now we set up for another fully charged heavy as it comes in for the plunging attack. We want to roll the bites. The bites are pretty hard to punish and come out very quickly, so I really like the red blade that it uses as a moveset to punish, and I really try not to punish too many others movesets. So again, we get a fully charged heavy because it went for the plunging attack, and then we get a nice crouch poke, and that does stance break our opponent, and we're able to come out with the victory. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful and wouldn't mind considering subscribing, I definitely appreciate it. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks, and have a good day.